our next winners. In a split second, a lazy Sunday afternoon turned into a shocking scene straight out of a disaster movie.
Sunday, May 12th. Sales manager Daniel Nicholson and his son Giacomo were on the A40 making their usual trip home to Abergavenny, Wales.
We were listening to some music in the car, you know, like a bit of rock.
Oh, my dad likes olden day music, like Jimi Hendrix.
We were driving home, relaxing, rocking away. And then it just happened. Out of nowhere, there was a big crash.
When it impacted the floor, it made a fireball.
At that point, I realised it was a plane. Seconds either way, it might have hit us. I didn't think. I just did what came instinctively to me.
The plane had suffered engine failure and hit a power line, causing it to nosedive and burst into flames.
You'd have had highly flammable aviation fuel, also power cables running across the carriageway. It would have been highly risky for anyone to approach this plane.
I was worried, what if it's just going to blow up everywhere and burn my dad?
The first thing I could see was that the plane was upside down, and all I could hear was screams and shouting, terror. I could hear real fear in their voices. First instinct was to try and kick the window in, but my foot was just bouncing off it. And at that point, my thought was, you know, they're not going to get out of here alive. The flames were coming over, you could feel the heat, and I had to make that decision, you know, do I carry on or do I leave? That was the difficult part for me. But I noticed that the back window was cracked. Thankfully, I've made a big enough hole for the boy to come out. Then all I could hear was a girl clearly in distress. She's saying, I can't do it, I can't do it.
As the flames intensified, the struggle to survive became more desperate.
I started to pull. At that point, someone else came from the other side of the plane, and we both pulled her out together.
Daniel's fellow rescuer was former soldier Joel Snar.
There's only seconds to play with. There's no way I've got the energy to get the last guy out. The pilot, he was a big guy, but you know, thankfully, so was Joel. Joel pulled him out in one foul swoop. So we just got everyone away from the plane, and within 10 or 15 seconds, the plane was completely engulfed in flames, and there was explosions going off. I got in the car, I think I looked at my son, and I think he said, "Bloody hell, Dad, well done." I think it was a bit worse than that, but I can't say it on camera.
I've seen some truly amazing acts of bravery, and what Daniel and Joel did on that day is certainly one of those.
Remarkably, none of the passengers were severely hurt. But Daniel's own phone footage shows just how close to death they came.
I think that was really cool of my dad. He is just a cable salesman. He doesn't really do that sort of stuff every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the fearless Dan Nicholson. Extraordinary, Dan. Now, Joel isn't with us tonight. You two bonded very strongly since then, haven't you?
Yeah, unfortunately, Joel suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, so...
From his time as a soldier?
From his time as a soldier, he's been through a lot, so he decided it was best that he didn't come tonight.